It's a quiet night of October 17th, 2023. A sudden disruption shatters the silence as Ukrainians, at 3 a.m., launch missiles from HIMARS and M270 systems situated in eastern Ukraine. This time, they employ secretly obtained long-range ATACMS Block 1A ballistic missiles from the US. Within minutes, 6 missiles are launched from one side, followed by the 3 from another. Upon reaching the area above targets, each MGM-140A opens up in the sky, releasing a cascade of bomblets onto the Berdyansk and Luhansk airports situated in occupied Ukrainian territories. Russian air defenses, tasked with protecting strategic objects, proved ineffective in intercepting the incoming threats. As thousands of bomblets touch the ground, both airfields are quickly engulfed in flames and explosions. Russians seek cover while attempting to film the devastating Berdyansk strike. Secondary detonations of ammunition ensued on the airfield, persisting for hours after the attack. With the sunrise revealing the extent of damage, the heavy toll on the Russian helicopters becomes apparent. Efforts to conceal the disaster were ineffective, with satellites capturing the airfields turned into graveyards for the Russian helicopter fleet. After all intact assets were relocated, a total of 24 helicopters are observed destroyed or damaged, including 8 K-52s attack helicopters destroyed, one of Russia's most advanced assets, and 7 damaged, constituting a loss of approximately 10% of the total aircraft of this type in service. Mostly transport Mi-8s suffered 2 destroyed and 7 damaged. Additionally, a radar and Panzer S-1 air defense system are likely impaired, if not obliterated completely. Russian sources also mention losses among airfield personnel, declaring the strike as the most devastating for Russian army aviation since the beginning of the full-scale Russian invasion. More accurately, Russian aviation never had such one-day losses since World War II. The cluster warheads, which are usually seen as anti-personnel weapon, turned out to be extremely effective against aviation on the ground, as surfaced photos show extensive damage to Russian K-52s. The ramifications of such a strike extend beyond the tally of destroyed aircraft. K-52s, previously a significant threat during the Ukrainian counteroffensive, are now relocated further from the front line, requiring longer flights, increased fuel consumption, heightened maintenance needs, and reduced ammunition capacity. Despite diminishing the effectiveness of the attack helicopters on October 17th, Ukraine needed these capabilities well before the counteroffensive kicked off in June 2023, rendering the ATACMS another example of an unnecessary delayed weapon that could have turned the tide if provided in a timely manner. Operation Dragonfly also shows the importance of long-range weapons for Ukraine and justifies further possible arms supplies, as even a few missiles made irreversible damage to the Russian army aviation. It also shows that quite potent Russian air defense systems are still sometimes placed and used ineffectively, so that even the most important objects can actually have no protection against modern cruise and ballistic missiles. Moreover, the increased number of drone attacks conducted by Ukraine on Russian territory might have had an effect, forcing further dilution of SAMs near the front line in efforts to protect strategic objects not only on occupied land, but on Russian territory as well.